All right, guys, here we are. Game number one of our quarterfinals is going to pit Will Howard, the unbelievable run so far for Will Howard, defeating Matt Stafford and then also defeating another underdog, Kyle McCord and the Eagles, pretty handily, I might add. Howard leading the Steelers. The Steelers' defense really was absolutely key in that game. But here we are in the first game of the quarterfinals. Let's see who moves forward, guaranteeing yourself a piece of the prize money here. Although it could just be zero point 0.1 Solana, which is it's like $7 at this point. But hang in there, it'll go up. I firmly believe that Solana will go up. We've chosen it for our blockchain, obviously, so that's why it's one of our prizes. Anyway, so winner here guarantees into the semis, guarantees a piece of the prize money, and we'll see how this goes. You can see our bracket here. We're gonna take that one down. We are gonna launch our game here, and we'll just go random. And here we go. Going back to our most touchdown passes in one game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is going to split 9 ways as of right now. I don't know if we can possibly get a quarterback to get 4 touchdown passes in one game. I'm a little shocked it hasn't happened. Maybe this will be the one. Big favorite, Caleb Williams today, and the Bears at home against Will Howard. Not too far from his alma mater, Ohio State. And we'll see who moves on to the semis. Not sure how many games we'll get done tonight, but had a little energy, so here we are. I'm starting to lose my voice. Maybe some of you guys are happy about that.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Buckeye, the young rookie QB from Ohio State.
Will Howard is the last backup quarterback still involved in our tournament. Had a bunch in round 1. Most of them made it through to round 2.
We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can.
Is Riley Leonard still in? I forgot. Throwing deep. Almost picked. A great kind of effort there, too. Is that Calvin Austin? Howard threw the ball to Austin quite often in the last game. Riley Leonard, by the way, Riley Leonard beat Joe Burrow and Sam Darnold. And it will be in the next game after this one. So yeah, Will Howard is not the only backup quarterback. We've got Howard, we've got Leonard. We'll see if any of these can make it through to the semis. Got to root for the underdog, right? You got to root for the underdog.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw.
3rd down, 10. He's got some time. Second interception of the day that we've seen for Jalen Johnson. We saw him pick one off in round 1, but it was called for PI. And the Bears with great field position to start their first drive early in the first.
You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Caleb Williams taking the field with the Bears. Caleb Williams had a very good game against Baker Mayfield, going to double overtime before producing a winner. Swift gets a few, 5 yards. Frenchman on the tackle. Some French guy. Tomlin trying to calm Will Howard down on the sideline after throwing that interception. Not a bad cut scene there. I agree with it. Williams drops back. Hits a Dunze, gets a first down. The Steelers' defense has been absolutely incredible in this tournament. Round one saw Jalen Ramsey pick off Patrick Mahomes, return it for a touchdown. That sealed the game for Will Howard against the Chiefs. Round two, TJ Watt had 2 sacks, caused 2 fumbles against Kyle McCord. One of those fumbles returned for a touchdown. The other was returned to about the 3. So, key plays by the Steelers' defense have kept them in. And let's see if the Chicago offense can overcome what the other 2 teams so far in this tournament have not been able to do. Caleb Williams thrown wobbly, but he completes it. DJ Moore, Jalen Ramsey all over him. First and goal from the 3. See that wobbler right there, but Williams actually puts it on target as he's getting hit. Those balls, they say sometimes the wobblers are actually easier to catch. Not that they throw them on purpose. It's harder to control. Swift unable to kind of get anywhere there.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage.
I backfield. Another running formation. They toss it out to Monunga. He's got room. He's in for the touchdown. Disappointing me again for not being a touchdown pass, but the Bears take a 7-0 lead.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback? Tailback?
Kind of feel like that's it's very tough to get suckered in by that fullback run from the 3.
Oh, without a doubt, he's an
If it was from the 1, then yeah, but man, that play, it's kind of a new play that you've seen in the last 5 or 10 years.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
7-0 Bears. Of course, what you don't want to have happen here is your rookie quarterback going out after throwing a bad interception and making another mistake here. Calvin Austin on the return.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
All right, Will Howard. Let's see what you got. 2:43 remaining in the first. Each team has had a possession.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive.
Swings it out to Metcalf, but nothing doing over there.
Free there, they're covering for a loss of a yard.
Now, not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
Here's Howard off the play fake.
Ooh, he's going deep, but nobody there but Bears. I guess Austin was in there somewhere. I didn't even see him at first look. 3rd and long.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Chips to the top. Let's see. He's Oh, Fryermuth. 20 yards on the play. Nice catch. Looked like Howard kind of wanted to run that one. He had the I think he had the first down if he would have ran it. He had the middle was wide open.
The confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Howard dropping back again. It's Fryermuth again. Seems to be his safety net. Our poor internet connection happening again.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Hand off for Warren.
Warren up the middle.
Down to the 42. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Wow, our internet connection looks to be really bad.
It's a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off.
I can see where it's been delayed, and right now live we're about, I don't know, I want to say like 3 or 4 minutes behind live action. So apologize for that. Jalen Warren getting smacked in the backfield. 2nd and 13.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing.
Wow, nice little pitch and catch there for a first down to Calvin Austin.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Steelers first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That was a big pick by Jalen Johnson there. Turned the momentum of the game so far.
Quarter number 2. As they've got
But we'll see. I mean, Steelers been moving. Could tie it up here on this drive. Our live stream is still on. It hasn't even scored that first touchdown yet, so way behind.
Looking to throw.
Howard.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a ball here. Still a little short.
They slide forward. They always kind of leave him where he took off.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short.
2nd and 2. We're going to go to the ground here. 5:30 to go in the half. Howard throws it to Metcalf. Howard's got 50 yards. That interception was terrible as the first drive of the day. Seems to be getting loose. Seems to have put that out of his mind. Super important drive here to try to tie things up with 5 minutes to go in the first half on the 11. Should be a throw. It is. Thielen on the catch. 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 5-yard line.
Let's see what we got. Are they going to go to the run? I wouldn't go to the run. They do. And doesn't seem to work. Jalen Johnson having a great game. Stops the run in the backfield there. Pretty cool for a DB to be doing that. 3rd and 5 from the 6. They could get a first down, but chances are it's touchdown or bust right here. Howard to throw, and he is going to be sacked. 99. Dexter.
And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And And that looked like vintage.
Probably resorting to the field goal here.
Reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Taking their sweet time, clock ticking away.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call
Boswell.
Boswell for the field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt.
Puts it up and through.
Kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right?
3:22 remaining in the half.
Number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts,
Chicago getting the ball back.
in this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the
Sort
rest
of
the
a, you know, low-key important drive coming up. If they go 3 and out pretty quickly, you get Pittsburgh a chance to get back into this one. And if they can somehow put some points on the board, I believe they get the ball, right? Because Will Howard threw that interception early on that first drive. So they're going to get that ball in the third quarter. So if they can put touchdown here, touchdown in the third quarter, and I mean, we're game over at that point. Let's see what unfolds.
where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all
Hand off to Swift, not going very far. They're going to give him 1.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
To throw, it's Williams.
All right, what do you got, Caleb? He's going to run this one. Smart choice, gets a first down. Plenty of time left on the clock. Got all your timeouts to go.
Picking up a first down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Throwing is Williams.
Heading into the 2-minute warning here. He catches Burden on the run. Probably going into the 2-minute warning here. Nice throw, nice catch, first down.
First down again.
Midfield, past midfield.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
How did that happen? How did it get to 159? It should be 2. Didn't they catch that ball and go down before the 2? I don't know. I don't pretend to know what I'm talking about. Caleb Williams is going to get sacked. Highsmith. Yeah. Yeah, you guys flex. You're losing 7-3. 2nd and 15 here.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Swings it over. He's got a blocker, Swift. Nothing doing. 3rd and 10. Clock is going to keep ticking. No timeouts from either team. You get a first down here. You see the Chicago Bears probably take a timeout. If you don't, you see Pittsburgh taking one.
Take the hit and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh! Hold on to that ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback.
Gotta be punting here from midfield.
Tighten down on the receivers and force the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
There you go. Finally, someone
It was still more than a minute to go in the
Pinning
half.
someone,
To try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to.
you know, behind the 20.
You gotta push it
Minutes ago with Will Howard at the helm. What do you do? I mean, I think you try to complete a few. You got 3 timeouts.
try and score.
The Bears also have 3 timeouts. So if it looks like you're kind of wimping out here, you can see the Bears call one. Howard's going to throw. Got a guy here. It's Metcalf. Does he get out of bounds? No. They got to burn a timeout. You know, kind of looked like he was headed for the sideline, like he wanted to go there. And then he got there, and he didn't take the opportunity to actually get out. Almost like he wanted to turn upfield.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Back to throw. Howard.
Fryermuth's getting a lot of action here today.
And Fryermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, he's going to go down. Montez Sweat with a sack. Incidentally, the live stream is almost back on target here. It's very strange. I feel like it skipped a lot of time. Apologies if you've been watching. And it's skipping around. I don't really know how it's working. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. 2nd and 19 here. They just seem to be content to let this run down. A little surprised the Bears didn't decide to stop the clock with the ball in 22. 3, 2, 1. There's padding stats at this point.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA.
What do you got for us, Scott Hansen?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these
Big
teams
play there,
playing
that
close to
Jalen
the best
Johnson
in the first
pick.
half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The one touchdown run was by Kyle Monungai in that pitch, so neither QB threatening the 3 touchdown. It looks like Adam Carolla. 79. Looked like Adam Carolla in that uniform. Steelers coming out to kick, and, you know, the Bears put a drive together here, go up by more than a score, and it's going to be very difficult for this Steelers team to come back. Again, the way they've won the first 2 games, really defensive oriented. Let's see if the defense can step up here. Williams comes out with that swagger.
Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays.
You go to the ground with Swift, but only a couple there.
Something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this
2 tight ends, really many tight ends. I'm going to go to the play action. Not sure which tight end that was. It wasn't Komet. It wasn't Loveland. We haven't seen Loveland at all, right? Game 1 today of the Bears, we saw a lot of Colston Loveland. Game 2, we haven't seen much at all.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. We're just shy of midfield.
2nd and 7.
Down at 7.
Toss it out to Burden. Giving him 2 here. 3rd and 5.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's see what we got. Got some time. There's Loveland. I said, haven't seen Loveland. On call, on cue. There he is. Big play, 1st down. And now in field goal range for Cairo Santos. But sure, certainly they're thinking 7 now. 7 puts him up 2 scores. You got Loveland again. It was about 13 yards.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed,
here's Swift. He ain't going anywhere. You get the feeling whenever you see Ben Johnson celebrating an offensive play that he's like, yeah, that was all me. That was all me. That was all my brain, my smarts, my drawing of the play. That was all me.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
It's actually pretty cool. Look at 75 there as a tight end. Don't throw to 75. They do. I mean, that's what happens. You want to throw 4 tight ends out in the game, and you're going to use one. No one's number 75, and then you throw. How dumb are you? That was one of the dumbest plays ever, Ben Johnson. Terrible play call. 3rd and 9.
They need 9 yards on 3rd down. To throw, Williams.
Williams going to run it. He's got it. First down on the 13.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team game.
Caleb Williams under center from the 13. I don't know. I feel like they should abandon the run at this point. You're just not getting through that line of scrimmage at all.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Is that? Oh, that's not a 70 as tight end again, right? It kind of was at the top, 75. Williams with the jump pass. That wasn't Loveland, 81. I tell you, we've seen Loveland. I don't know that we've seen Komet. And Komet missing might be one of the stranger things of this game. I mean, that 81 has been out there. You see an 85? I see an 81. I see an 84. I don't see an 85. Who's normally Komet. I'm going to go to the ground with Swift, but Swift has done nothing all day. I mean, I don't know why you're so smug, Ben Johnson. It's not working. 2nd and goal from the 4. Remember, the first touchdown was Kyle Monungai and that kind of fake to the fullback, pitch it outside play. Here's Caleb Williams. He's got some time. He's going to go to Swift. 3rd and goal from the 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield.
All right, they got the big boys in. 75 there again. See him? Maybe they run the jet sweep to 75.
Extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. It is
Still showing us that replay of that. Not that it wasn't a big play. It certainly was, but keep showing it to us. There's Luther Burden. Here we go, fourth quarter. Bears about to take a 2-score lead. They give it to him. 2 running touchdowns on the day. Of course, I don't think they've run for more than 15 yards total.
And the Bears are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 times
Pending the
field, all that
extra point, we're looking at a 14-3 scoreboard.
You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
And the Steelers D not really playing poorly per se, but clearly not extending themselves and really making themselves a factor here as much as they were in round 1 and 2 Will Howard games. Maybe Howard just isn't as good without a few defensive touchdowns.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And let's see what the Steelers can do here. Gets about the 25.
26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's see what they can do. Where's DK? DK's down below. But Will Howard's going to run this one. Not going to give him the first down, even though we all know it was a first down.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's see some fireworks here. Come on, let's go down the field. 2nd and 1.
Back to throw.
Yeah, Fryermuth's 90th catch on the day.
Going to have a Steelers first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
The 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, I thought they were going to give it to him. He had a little space there, too. They did throw it to him. Jalen Warren gets 9. They're moving the ball nicely here, you know. I don't know that maybe Chicago's giving some of this up intentionally, or at least playing soft.
Focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Gotta get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't
Coming out with an eye backfield here, 2nd and 1. And I hand it off to Warren. He's got the edge. Not a bad run. Probably the best run of the day for the Steelers. They're across midfield. I mean, I agree with you here. They really do.
As you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game.
There's Metcalf. Gets about 11 or 12. Tick, 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 tick.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about
Empty backfield.
They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Oh! Who's 11? Gotta have that. I don't know who 11 is, but
5 wide receivers on the field as a defender. I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
they are coming out in some weird sets. I'll give them that, but Austin hits Austin right in the hands again. Kind of can't blame Will Howard on those last two. He's hit a couple of receivers.
You don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
3rd and 10. Probably a 4-down situation here. Although they need 2 scores, so. 1st down, Fryermuth's 5th catch on the day. Thought he had more. He's been Will Howard's safety blanket here today. 3 minutes to go. You don't really have a lot of time here, guys. You can kick a field goal.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Thielen was open on that one. They were letting him, giving him quite the cushion. He's just letting this go, letting this go. 2nd and 2 from the 15.
A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Run it. It opens up for him. Get tackled at the 4. I mean, they have to be wary of this clock a little bit better than they are. They're just letting it tick down. I know they have 3 timeouts, and I know they have the 2-minute warning, but you need a touchdown, preferably on this play. Here it comes.
Determined to get the 1st down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would try to run through their entire defense.
Brisker knocking that thing down. Brisker had an awful game against the Bucks.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him.
He missed a couple tackles on Mike Evans. They're coming up with a big play here.
In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 4.
Here's Howard. Got to run out of. They're going to take this to the 2-minute warning, it looks like. 3rd and goal from the 13. I mean, at this point, maybe you just kick the field goal here. I kind of wouldn't blame you.
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that?
I mean, you have 3rd and goal from the 13. You kick the field goal, and you got to get the ball. But you got to get the ball back anyway. Let's see what Howard does. Lot of time. He's gonna throw it. Touch. Oh no! No! How many balls do these guys have to drop? Unbelievable. Wide open in the end zone. Fryermuth has been his. He's been his whoopee all day. His safety blanket. And now. Oh, Boswell hits that one. So, I mean, you get the points on the board. You got the 3 timeouts. But you have, I mean, you're on lockdown here. You don't have much. Do you kick a onside kick?
Since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
You're playing field position, huh?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it
They
away.
will kick it deep. Here's Burden. Nice return to 31. 1:44 left on the clock. Caleb Williams coming out. Really, I mean, they have not been effective on the ground here. But you know that they need to run the clock, so
Defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
right. And you gotta think they're gonna run, right? Run the first 2 at least.
I feel like they have this one in hand.
They gotta have 2 hands.
You got the bigs in. There you go. There's DeAndre Swift.
Now the Steelers use the first
Steelers using their timeout, but that's the really
what to do next.
the only run of the game that has done anything more than like 2-3 yards. I think I don't remember like a big run from Swift before. The Monungai touchdown was from like 3 or 4. It wasn't like a huge touchdown, but that was a key play there. Gonna stick to the ground here again, I would think. Swift, I mean, bouncing around there, getting about 7, 6.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And so get it with just over
First down here and game is over. Caleb Williams could be our first QB heading to the semifinals.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run.
Nope, you're not going to get the first. They'll call their other timeout. I mean, it's not impossible. They're on the 26. They're in field goal range, right? So if they don't get it here, you're talking a field goal will end it. But it's not impossible. 26-36, 43-yarder. In shotgun here. You got to think they're still going to run. And they get the first down. And that is your game. Caleb Williams moves on to the semis. They should take a knee here. Clock is ticking. And they're going to take the knee to end it. Not a big statistical game here today. We had the one touchdown from Monungai, and I can't really remember that second one. It's been a long day. I've watched a lot of these games. Getting older, those memory chips don't work as well as they should. And there is the last second ticking off the clock. I tell you, it's 11 o'clock. Let's run one more. Riley Leonard, Jordan Love, you're up.
Offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution.
Let's see, no touchdown passes for either quarterback. Let's see how they did on the stat sheet. Howard, 14 of 21 through that interception. 66%, 124 yards. Caleb Williams, 10 of 12. Didn't seem like he really needed a throw. I mean, they didn't really do much. They just kind of kept the lead. 10 of 12, that's 83%, 104 yards. Barely over 100 yards passing. On the ground, nothing big here either. I don't know, where did the offense come from? It really didn't. DeAndre Swift, 64 yards, one rush for 36. That 130, really the two last plays that you just saw were his big rushing yards for the day. And especially that 36-yarder. Jalen Warren, 5 carries, 10 yards. Really, they did nothing on the ground. Receiving-wise, Freiermuth was the big... Look at that, Pitt. First two guys. Freiermuth, 5 catches. Metcalf, 4. Two guys caught, half of the balls that were thrown today? And probably 90% of what the Steelers threw. Kind of crazy there. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball just to check who was the difference makers on defense. Montez Sweat, a sack and a half. Alex Highsmith, 1 sack. Remember that one. Dexter with 1. And Tremaine Edmonds with a half sack. Teaming up with Montez Sweat on the 1. The interception, I believe that was Jalen Johnson. Yep, there we go. With that big return for 4 yards. But a key interception nonetheless. And that's all we have for now. Let's go to Game 2. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Game 2 of the quarterfinals. Riley Leonard, the last remaining underdog, going up against Jordan Love. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.